So this week is a little mix of underground fight clubs and The Most Dangerous Game. Obviously, The Most Dangerous Game movies find their start in the book. Originally published as The Hounds of Zaroff, a short story by Richard Connell, published in Collier's Magazine, a fancy magazine. And those movies go not just into movies where people are getting hunted. They also go into movies with like death row game show kind of things. But this week we're going to talk about movies where people go to underground fight clubs. And we're going to start with American Samurai.
The sword, chosen weapon of the samurai.
I won't fight you.
Two brothers. One lives by the samurai code.
I am Yakuza now.
The other lives for revenge. Drawn into a bizarre murder.
Do you know who the killer is?
I have a damn good idea.
Your life is in danger if you do not fight.
Let the combat begin! Where the world's most brutal weapons masters meet for money and fame. He must face them all.
It's your destiny.
And his own brother.
We have to get out of here.
To take back his family's honor. But in the blood sport known as Live Blade, there are no rules.
I have to do this.
And only one can survive. Martial arts master David Bradley of American Ninja. And karate and weapons champion Mark Dacascos. American Samurai.
From 1992, directed by everybody's favorite, Sam Furstenberg. Seriously, of all the canon movies I've watched, this is one of my favorites. It takes the Enter the Dragon template, also a Most Dangerous Game, also a underground fight club to the death, and it goes absolutely the same with it. Furstenberger made some great movies: Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3, The Domination, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, American Ninja, Avenging Force Forever, and American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. All worth your time. Andrew Collins, David Bradley, who took over as American Ninja in American Ninja 3 Blood Hunt and then lost the role, is the only survivor of a plane crash into the Japanese mountains, where he's raised by samurai master Tetsuya Sanga, who is John Fujioka, who is the same role, played Shinyuki in American Ninja, along with his son Kenjiro, Mark Dacascos, who beyond being the American chairman of Iron Chef is amazing in everything he's done. He studies the fighting styles of the samurai and surpasses his new stepbrother. He's given the family sword, and that leads Kenjiro to renounce the samurai and join the Yakuza, and swears that one day he will destroy Andrew. Does this sound like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow? If you read G.I. Joe, 100%. Maybe that's why I love this movie. 10 years later, Andrew's not fighting in fight clubs. He's a journalist. He's on the trail of opium smuggling in Turkey, of course, becomes personal when someone breaks in and steals his sword because he travels with the sword, and then goons shoot him in the stomach, and he reaches into his own belly and pulls out the bullet. But guess what? They kidnap Janet Ward, his photographer and girlfriend, I guess. He always nags on her, so their romance is one of my least favorite things in this film, which means Andrew must enter a weapons-based martial arts tournament that is totally Kumite, but it has weapons in it, which makes it so much better. Of course, the champion ends up being Kenjiro. That means former brothers must battle one another. What makes this movie insane, the insane that I demand, is it feels like everybody in the tournament came from other eras of time, as if this is Eternal Champions or WMAC Masters. Points if you know what that was. But with gore, there's a guy named Conan, Rocky McDonald, who pretty much is Conan. The singlet-wearing, spear-using McKinney, a big, dumb American dude with a knife, who is totally Donald Gibb, but seems like Donald Gibb, a pirate, a Viking. People are killed in one scene, and they come back in the other, make me think that, yes, this is a video game. The only movie that John Cochran ever wrote, Pittsburgh Native, was an editor of magazines like Black Belt, Professional Karate, Inside Kung Fu, Kick Illustrated, Martial Arts Professional, The Fighter International, and Martial Arts Success, magazines that you could find at the newsstand next to the black and white pro wrestling magazines and those weird detective magazines that have women in bondage on the cover. And they're like, those aren't behind the counter. Why am I allowed to buy those? Anyway, he was the first ever PKA events coordinator and co-founded the Star System, World Kickboxing Rankings with Paul Maslach, but he did it. He checked it out. More people need to be talking about American Samurai. Anyways, that brings us to another movie. But what if, instead of on Earth, What if we were in the future? What if we were in space? A space station that feels like the Catskills with burlesque boxing and even a diner.
On the edge of our galaxy, there is a battleground where alien warriors compete for the ultimate prize. I am champion! Will a human do battle in the arena? Now where is the challenger? Where humans have lost.
You ever thought about the arena, Steve?
It ain't gonna work. This guy's a human.
What it takes to win.
You're talking about arena fighting. It's not for me.
Listen to them, Steve. They're calling for you.
You got speed, you got muscle.
You could go right to the top. You're going to work for me. Nobody tells me what to do.
Someone tried to poison him.
Sorry, kid, but I'm afraid your fighting days are over.
He's not going to get away with this. The fight is between me and Rogor.
You can win this fight.
He won't beat.
Now we kill him.
Arena.
That's where Steve Armstrong, Paul Satterfield, who's eaten by the raft, and Creepshow 2. It's always about Creepshow 2. Works as a short order cook along with the multiple-armed Shorty, handled at camp, who seemingly knows everyone and everything, and lives deep within the lower regions of the station. After he knocks out an unruly customer, alien gladiator Vang, they get fired. A fight manager named Quinn, Claudia Christian from Maniac Cop 2. Can't believe that a human didn't just last with one of the aliens but beat them. He doesn't want to fight, but once he and Shorty get busted suing from the casino, they keep Shorty for ransom. So Steve has to go to Quinn and enter the arena. After defeating a fighter named Sloth, he starts his road to the top, a lot like the original movie Body and Soul. The humans on the space station start to believe in themselves. One of them is the last human arena champion, Marcus Diablo, and that's Dick Malloy, Agent 077, Ken Clark in his last role. Roger decides to run it all. He gets Jade to seduce and poison her fighter before he's due to battle the champion, the monstrous Horn. After all, Jade is played by Sherry Shattuck. Of course, I would let her poison me. This is the kind of movie that dazzles you with how many effects it can put together for no budget whatsoever. It's because you get John Carl Buechler on special makeup effects, along with Jeffrey S. Farley, Bruce Barlow, and Scott Calder, plus the special effects crew head Renato Agassini leading the Rome crew, Screaming Mad George and team, Michael Deek, who's inside almost every costume, Mike Ezelad, Patrick Simmons, and David Stipes. The movie is incredible, not just because of the story and actors. These guys made the film with tons of creativity on a small budget. Director Peter Manoogian was the first assistant director on The Seduction, Parasite, The Slayer, Galaxy of Terror, and Metal Storm, the direction of Jared Sin. 5 movies that you should just watch right now before directing Enemy Territory, Demonic Toys, and My Beloved Eliminators. The writers were Danny Bilson and Paul DeMeo, who wrote Trancers, Zone Troopers, The Rocketeer, and the 90s Flash TV series. How can you not love a brother who uses a Marx Brother reference as a Speakeasy's password? Swordfish is the same as the Marx Brothers and Horse Feathers. There's a floating boxing arena in space with bars, fast food, fights. Deep Space Nine kind of, so much so that Mark Iamo and Aaron Shimmerman were going to play Ducat and Quark. So Babylon 5 that Claudia Christian would play Commander Susan Ivanova after this. Humans live in the slums. It's rich, tons of potential. I'm shocked that people aren't as wild about this movie as they should. I wish they had made 20 versions of Arena. I wish it had had a ton of sequels.
Those are the guilty ones, Max. Let's bring them to trial.
I'll start with Brent Caldwell and bring him to you. Breathe deep or suck a bullet.
Why are you doing this?
One of you four set my brother up.
Who set up my brother? You can't tell me who it was even though your son's life's at stake? I swear nothing.
More and it's over.
this moment. You won't take me down like you did my brother. No lucky punch.
There wasn't anything lucky about it, Rick. I was just better.
That brings us to Blood Match, as Michael Winner was the canon, Albert Payan was the 21st Century Films. In this film, Payan is telling us the story of Brick Bardo, Tom Matthews, who's already been Tommy Jarvis, and Freddy in Return of the Living Dead. He's hunting down the people who killed his brother, and the first is Davey O'Brien. Michael Kissy, Tong Po from Kickboxer, who he knocks out and ties up in the middle of the desert. He wants to know how his brother was pushed into fixed kickboxing fights and murdered. In pain, Davey spills out 4 names. Brett Caldwell, Dale Jacoby, Mike Johnson, Thunderwolf, real name, from Shoot Fighter to the Death, Billy Munoz, Benny the Jet, and Connie Angel, Playboy Paymate of June 85, Hope Marie Carlton, who's also Taryn, and Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Picasso Trigger, and Savage Beach.
What do you say? Let's check out the beach. Good idea.
Brent also has a partner by the name of Max Manduke. Man, Albert Payan and his names. Cyborg has every character named for a guitar. Anyway, Max Manduke sleeps with kickboxing champion Brent and knocks him out while on top of him. Mike is running from some hooligans, and Max says, go to Vegas. Brick kidnaps Billy's daughter. As for Connie, she's now an executive for the WMAC, World Martial Arts Council. Is this a WMAC Masters crossover? Why have I mentioned it twice?
From Universal Studios, Florida, it's WMAC Masters. They're the world's greatest martial artists competing for the ultimate prize. Olympus, The Machine, Superstar, Red Dragon, Great Wolf, Tiger Claw, Panther, Tsunami, Star Wars, Turbo. Their quest, reach full dragon belt, then go for the Dragon Star itself. The World Martial Arts Council presents WMAC Masters.
And has been sleeping around behind her husband's back. Brick arrives, destroys her boy toy, and then knocks her out. The team of Brick and Max bring all 4 to Vegas. Their kickboxer ring will be the courtroom, so they can finally get the answers about his dead brother, who was forced to put over Connie in a man versus woman match. How serious are they? Well, they already killed the promoter, and as a Carney has worked for way too many bad wrestling promoters, I am fully behind making Brick the hero of this movie. Brick lays out the rules. If Mike fights him and wins, he gets to go free. Everyone gets to go free. But if Mike dies, the trial continues. Mike puts up a good fight, but Brick is about to drop a brick on him. Billy tells him what he knows. Brick responds by affirming him, I already killed your daughter. Billy goes shithouse and nearly kills Brick, but he's too emotional as he lays there nearly knocked out. Brick claims he will spare Billy's son's life if he says who set up his brother. Billy says, hey, I don't know. So Brick informs him he's going to kill his son. Then a hammer's point home, he breaks Billy's back, killing him, Bane style. Mike pulls a knife on Max, but gets shot. Brent jumps in to fight. Connie realizes from his words that he's the guilty one. Connie still tied up. The cyber said Brent is, yes, the one that killed Wood Wilson. Brick tells Brent, who's begging for his life, that Wood didn't beg. He knows because he was there. Meanwhile, nearly dead Mike hands Connie the knife. Connie frees herself, kills Max, faces off at Brick, and learns the truth.
Ghost of Carolyn de Fonseca here. You can hear just how fast Sam was talking here, because this movie is very confusing. Also, he's very fat, so he's nearly out of breath talking about a karate movie. It's sad. He'll be gone in a year or so please remember him when you watch bad Albert Pune movies. Arrivederci, Sam!
Brick is his brother. If you're confused by that, because I said it fast, watch the movie because it makes even less sense. Brick was so destroyed by Brent 5 years ago, he changed his face through plastic surgery. Connie tells him the truth. She set everything up because she was in love with him and wanted to escape the fight underground. But Wood didn't want to. So Wood reveals that Billy's kids are alive and they'll be set free if she wins the fight against him. So affirm this is a direct-to-video movie from the 90s. He tries to essay her. She ends up killing him. And that's your happy ending. The name Brick Bardo gets used in a lot of Payan's movies. Dollman, Cyborg, Radioactive Dreams. It's probably made around the same time as Payan's Kickboxer 2, The Road Back, because it has Kissy Jacoby. It was choreographed by Benny the Jet. As a bonus, Vincent Klin, who's War Child in Point Break, Fender Trammell in Cyborg, and Wild One and Double Dragon, has a brief part in this. What do you think? Another death match? How about Legion of Iron? Oh my God, this movie.
Oh, Billy, please.
Let's do it tonight.
It is my pleasure to introduce the prize for tonight's victor, a female slave, only 18, whom I have rechristened Aphrodite for the goddess of love.
There's only one way out, and that's why I'm here, to teach you to fight.
Kill him now!
Again, this is another movie. Why aren't people losing their minds about this? High school football star Billy Hamilton and his treatweighter girlfriend Allison are kidnapped in the middle of the day and taken to an underground base that houses a fight club somewhere below Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays under Las Vegas, because that's the world of this movie, and I love it. Now they're part of the Legion of Iron, which is kind of like Circle of Power. The Legion of Iron, not a metal band or 80s tag team, is a place where men become gladiators and women become playthings. And 1990 was not long ago for a movie to be this unwoke. It's like someone read all the gore books and said, those movies aren't disquieting enough, and they're not against women enough, so I'm going to be the maniac that changes that. And they made Legion of Iron. As our heroes watch their first gladiator fight, things get upsetting and hurrying. As the leader of all this, Diana, Erica Nahn, who was in Animal Instincts and Night Rhythms before appearing in Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, proving that Hideo Kojima loves direct-to-video 80s and 90s sleaze as much as you and I. She forces him to watch a battle of the death between Mad Dog and Rex, who is Stefanos Milchsakis, Frankenstein's monster in Waxwork 2. As Rex in the winter, he's allowed to forcibly take Allison while Diana makes her man watch. In the first 15 minutes of the film, we've had a kidnapping, the revelation of a secret shadow world of white slavery and gladiatorial combat under the Western U.S., and an assault and a gladiator murder.
Joey, you like movies about gladiators?
This movie isn't worried about offending you. Billy's in similar danger because the guards think this is the Roman Empire, keep trying to take him themselves, but Diana finally says she's his. She forcibly engages him in marital congress. Now our hero has a reason to kill Rex and needs a mentor. We finds an ex-pro football player, Lyle Wagner, not the Lyle Wagner from Wonder Woman or the Carol Burnett Show. Montage time, which our boy learns how to become a man, or at least fight an American gladiator-like challenges to the death. Lyle, his coach, is pretty much Yoda. A Yoda that says things like, haven't you heard? Superman's black, freak face, and the worst thing that can happen is death. At some point, Billy and Allison try to escape, which ends with everyone in the cast beating up Billy with sticks. When that isn't good enough, Diana repeatedly makes Allison hit her boyfriend with sticks before all the other gladiators have their way with her. This makes Billy even more determined to kill Rex, which he does, showing up in a silver, sparkly glitter costume that has amazing shoulder pads. His contest with the big bad is pretty much our hero repeatedly striking the much larger man in the testicles again and again. I mean, if you're working a body part, work the body part, even if it is a ball bag. The entire time this battle's happening, Lau was making machine guns in the orgy room. It should be the quote of this episode. This allows our heroes to have a massive uprising while battling the Chinese version of the Legion of Iron, which posits there are small gladiatorial sex cults all over the world. After an insane battle that involves people getting machine gunned in the nuts, throwing stars, and almost everyone in the cast dying, Billy and Allison get away, but not before being attacked by Diana, flying in the kind of plane that John Denver died in. Seriously, Diana is the heroine of this movie for me. She escaped a life as a showgirl and dancing in Vegas to lead an army of maniacs under the earth and continues that empire by kidnapping high school football stars. She ties up Billy and tries to explain the fact that people are all commodities. He spits in her face, and instead of being a shrinking wow, she says, "Go ahead and spit on me if he turns you on." Then she explains the difference between love and hate while giving him an old-fashioned. She should have been the main character of 10 more movies. This is the first movie that Yakov Bensky ever directed, and he waited 14 years to make another. Writer Steven Schoenberg was an editor on Can I Do It Till I Need Glasses and Hamburger the Motion Picture. Who knew that he had so much pent-up rage? And if you ever watched American Gladiators and said, there's not enough BDSM fanfic of American Gladiators, I wish there was some. Good news, Legion Iron, it's on Tubi like everything else.
You
You've been listening to BNS About Movies. You can visit the website at BNS About Movies. Email Sam at bnsaboutmovies@gmail.com and donate to the show at the Ko-fi link in the show notes. See you next time.